injection? Yeah, why did you do it?
So to travel.
So you could travel, really? Where did you want to travel to and why? You took it so that you could travel? What, you believed that, did you? You believed that the government's going to let you travel wherever you like? Just because you took the injections? I don't think so. Where could you go to? China, yes, that's right. You can go to China now. Have you had the COVID injection? You did? Why did you do that?
Because I'm not anti-scientific.
Because you're not anti-scientific. So what you're saying is that anyone that didn't have the injection is anti-scientific. Is that what you're saying? Alright, fair enough. There's another one that doesn't know how to think straight. There you go. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to research the theory that the people that have had the injections are not able to think critically. 90% of the people that had the injections did not think the whole thing through properly. They had the opportunity to do it, they had plenty of time, but most of them really didn't think it through properly. And this is a game that we encourage you to play this evening at home with anyone you know that's had the injection. Play the game, ask them why did they do it and what the thinking was behind it. And what you will find is that there wasn't much thinking that went on for most people. Have you had the injection, sir?
Yeah.
Why did you do it?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, fair enough. At least you admit it. Yeah, a bit crazy, right? You watched, it was on the news, right?
That's it, yeah.
The government said it was a good idea, right? So you assume it's a good idea? No? Why are you wearing that on your face? No? Fair enough. Actually, if you do take the injections, I would hide myself personally if I'd have taken them. I wouldn't want anybody to see me, to know that I'd taken them. Don't tell people when they ask you, just because they're wearing a white coat. Ladies and gentlemen, please put any illegal drugs you have away immediately. There is a group of people here who have been known to steal people's drugs. Which is understandable because, if you think about it, these guys basically are not going to be able to go home tonight and smoke a bifter. Have you had the injection? You've had one, haven't you? I can tell. You've had the injection, haven't you? But you can't really explain why, can you? Yes.
Are you a scientist?
Am I a scientist? Yes, I am a scientist.
What, where did you study?
I studied in Manchester University. Why? Where, are you a scientist? Are you?
No, I'm not. But I trust
So what?
scientists.
You trust scientists? Which scientists do you trust?
Like the ones all of the institutions.
The ones at all the institutions. You won't trust all of those.
You've got the microphone.
No, I'm repeating what you're saying.
No, I said,
For example?
Like the Institute of Neurology.
The Institute of Neurology. The Institute of Neurology, right, okay, so let's get this straight, right? You took an injection because you believe in the Institute of Neurology and the people that work in there, and you trusted what they said. Is that right? Yes, okay. Oh, okay, but let's go a little bit further with this. Why did you take the injection? You obviously did it for a reason, because you thought that it was A, going to do something, and that something that it was going to do, you needed, right? So why did you take it? So that you don't kill a child with cancer, right, that can't get the injection. Really? Firstly, what makes you think, yeah, that the chances are, you know, I mean, let me ask you another question. Do you ever go out in the car down the shop to get something? Yeah? Yeah, you do, right? So you put people's lives at risk for no good reason just to go and get some sweets down the shop, right? What do you think the chances of you, right, even if you weren't injected, what do you think the chances of you killing a child that can't have an injection? You know, even though I assume you don't really spend a lot of time around children that can't have the injection because they got cancer. What's that? Well, I don't know. I'm asking you. I'm asking you why you think that, because, you know, and that's number one. Number two, where did you get the idea? 1 second. Where did you get the idea? Where did you get the idea that you, by taking the injection, is going to prevent somebody else getting, you know, dying from this illness? Where did you get the idea? Because it doesn't stop the spread.
No, it reduces it.
Oh, does it? How much does it reduce it by? Who said?
1 in 700.
Who said? Where do you get that information that it reduces it? To what? Where's the evidence? It reduces it. That it reduces mortality. What do you mean, where do I get the evidence that it doesn't? I'm not going around injecting people with or allowing. I'm not necessarily going to allow somebody to inject me with something unless I can see good evidence, that it's going to do what I want it to do. You think it stops you, you think it's protecting other people. But there isn't any evidence that it protects other people, number one. Number two, hold on a minute. Actually, I could argue that if you take the injection, then what's going to happen is that that's going to mask your illness, so you might not be ill, but you will have the disease anyway, and you will pass it on to someone else. So I could argue that maybe that makes you even more dangerous, which is why I think if you did take the injection, what I am suggesting to you as a scientist is I recommend that you go home, you self-isolate for 14 days, you turn off all your social media, and you ask yourself, what on earth was I thinking taking this stuff without looking into it properly? Did you read which injection did you get? No, I understand, but I'm saying if you took the injection, have you taken the injection? Oh, you don't have to tell me. No, I understand that, but I'm just assuming. I understand, but I'm here to explore a theory that people who took the injection are unable to think correctly. They're unable to think critically. Yeah, you say it's the other way around. Yes, I understand that. I understand. You might say it's the other way around, and that's fine. You're welcome to do that research. But you've got a life to go back to. What kind of life do you have? Come on, let's share it. Yeah, right. What, EastEnders and ready-made meals? No, sorry, that's not fair. Maybe she's going to some, I don't know what she's doing. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're here today just to explore whether there's any truth to the theory that people who have had the injection are unable to think critically. Okay? So now before we get to that possibility, obviously you have to explain to many people what thinking critically entails. Does anybody here think that they know how to think critically? Anybody? No? Oh dear. You don't think you know how to think critically? Do you? You think you do? Yeah, of course you do. Have you taken the injection? Really? Why did you do it? Because you have to what? You have to go to see your family. Really? And how was it? Where did your family live, do you mind asking? In Egypt, right? And are you allowed to go to Egypt if you haven't had the injection? So why did